On any given day, in many cities across the United States, day laborers stand on street corners or gather at work centers waiting and hoping for work. Domestic workers, who are less visible than day laborers, are in countless homes cleaning, taking care of our young, elderly, and infirmed. In recent years, immigrant workers have become a major topic of discussion in the political arena. But who are they, and what do their working lives look like?
Tengo tres hijos y, me siento orgulloso de ellos pues porque mi otra hija apenas se graduó, ella en El Salvador. Así fue como me vine, porque yo si me hubiera quedado allá hubiera podido graduar, ni mi hijo estuviera estudiando. Pero esa es la realidad mía, pues, y eso fue lo que me hizo venir aquí, pues. Pero en mi mente nunca, cuando estuve más joven, nunca cruzó la mente que yo querer venir aquí. Llegué aquí a San Francisco, llegué aquí a esta iglesia San Antonio, ahí trabajaba mi sobrino. Y el padre es amigo de mi sobrino y se hizo amigo conmigo. Y luego él me echó la mano nomás que llegué, porque en la semana que llegué él habló con un señor contratista y me dio trabajo aquí en la Hampton. Ahí empecé a trabajar yo y entonces así andaba, fue que me moví para la ciudad de San José. Allá fui a trabajar en un gimnasio en Saratoga. Cada 2 meses llegaba una inspección a inspeccionar el gimnasio de cómo estaba de aseado, y en la primera vez sacamos mala nota porque yo no tenía experiencia. Pero la segunda vez ya sacamos una letra A, y la manager me felicitó porque yo era el encargado, me dijo que había mejorado bastante. Entonces ya sí, ya caminamos, ya el trabajo ya era más armonioso, ya no mucho me estaba llamando la atención que mira esto, que mira lo otro, sino que siempre me llegaba a darme palmaditas en la espalda o me regalaba alguna cosa de ahí que vendieran o así, pues. Y luego llegó la otra, pero yo ya estaba diestro en el trabajo ya. Aquí en San Francisco ayudé a reparar el restaurante que está en el Piertorinay. Luego estaba en la calle otra vez y conocí a otros patrones que son muy buena gente, que yo reservo, tengo los números de ellos todavía, pues, y yo de ellos no tengo nada que hablar porque hasta la vez hay unos que me llaman para decirles que les vaya a trabajar y yo voy muy contento y les hago lo mejor que puedo el trabajo, pues, para que ellos queden felices y me vuelvan a llamar.
Juan, like over 100,000 other day laborers across the U.S., get paid on a daily or short-term basis, has multiple employers, is usually paying cash, and their work may not be documented by government institutions tracking employment. Although not all day laborers are Latinos, most of the information available on day laborers is about those who are Latinos. In California, most day laborers are young men from Mexico or Central America, with some education. Some speak indigenous languages and do not speak Spanish or English. Many are undocumented. Day laborers have become a regular part of the labor force in the United States. For example, the vast majority of new construction jobs in 2006 were filled by foreign-born Latinos. The Bureau of Labor and Statistics estimated at least 260,000 day laborers wait on the street corners for employment on a daily basis, with 1/3 of them being in California. Day laborers get jobs through various venues. While the majority of day laborers wait for jobs on the street and in front of businesses, those who live in an area with day labor center or hiring hall can also obtain jobs through the center. Many get jobs through personal contacts or by word of mouth. According to a national study titled On the Corner, Day Labor in the United States, 2/3 of day laborers have been hired by the same employer on a repeated basis. Day laborers do a variety of jobs. About half of them are employed by homeowners, renters. who are looking for help with moving, gardening projects, and cleaning. And about 40% of day laborers are hired by contractors for jobs in the construction and landscaping industries. Day labor jobs pay poorly. The hourly wage range from $5 to $12 or more, with an average of about $10. Employment is also unstable and insecure, so their monthly income can vary greatly. Even if day laborers were to have many more good earning months than bad months, it will be unlikely that their annual earnings will exceed $15,000, keeping them at or below the federal poverty threshold. Day laborers are prone to other employers' abuses. In a survey of 2,000 day laborers across the United States, researchers found that almost half had experienced wage theft at least once within the last 2 months. Many were often denied food, water, or breaks and suffered a work-related injury without the benefit of medical care. Most lost time from work and were not financially compensated. Often, day laborers feel that they have little choice but to return to work while still recovering from their injury. The statistics for job-related deaths for Latino workers are startling. Hispanic workers in the United States are killed at work at a rate 25% higher than U.S. workers, with many deaths coming from construction. In California, they are even higher. 37% of the workers killed on the job in 2001 were Latinos, even though Latinos only represented 28% of the population. Furthermore, the death rate of foreign-born Latinos workers is higher than the death rate of those Latinos born in the United States. In addition to working in hazardous jobs such as construction, day laborers often do jobs that they have never done before. Most employers do not provide on-the-job training because they do not want to invest in training temporary employees. Employers might not be familiar with the hazards of the tasks, as often happens with the small business owners and homeowners. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, 40% of workplace injuries happen in the first year on the job. Finally, many of the state and federal regulations established to protect workers are not enforced due to limited resources and political priorities. A survey called Behind Closed Doors: Working Conditions of California Household Workers showed that Latinas who work as domestic workers also have numerous conditions at their work that can negatively impact their health. Domestic workers support their employers' families by caring for their children, patients, or their elderly in their employers' homes. They clean houses, do housework, often providing a combination of household services. Some live and work in the home, working around the clock. Others work in various households where the work is temporary and/or sporadic. They too are vulnerable to substandard and exploitative working conditions. Most day laborers and domestic workers simply endure the physical, financial, and discriminatory abuses. Many of them are hesitant to make complaints to authorities because they are unfamiliar with their rights as workers and the complaint system. There's a language barrier. Most of all, they fear of losing their job or being deported. Unfortunately, most labor laws do not apply to domestic work. There is a little recourse for domestic workers who want to voice the abuses they experience. Recognizing that these challenging work conditions can affect workers' health, the San Francisco Department of Public Health and the San Francisco Day Labor Program established a partnership to provide monthly health and safety talks for day laborers. In 2004, the partnership obtained a grant from the National Institute on Environmental Health Science to improve the health and working conditions of day labor and domestic workers. Recognizing the need for diverse expertise, experience, and collaboration to work on this problem, the project was titled Day Laborers United with the Community, or Unidos. The Day Labor Program organizes day laborers and domestic workers to secure and exercise their rights and coordinate supportive services for them. The role of the health department in this collaborative was to advocate for the day laborers' health by increasing the capacity of participating organizations to be health advocates themselves.